Alrighty. So the question came up. How do we know when we're finding a line? So we've got a line here. We've got a straight line, right? Linear equation that we want to find. We want to find the linear equation of this line. So in other words, y equals mx plus b. And the question is in the slope, right? How do we find the slope? Okay. Well, we're given this slope equation to help us find the slope, right? M equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And depending what book you have, it might even be written as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It just depends on who wrote the book and which way they want to go. I'm gonna do it this way. So what we have to do is we've got to determine 2 points on that line. And with any 2 points, we can determine a slope. Okay? Because if we have 2 points, we can figure out the difference between those 2 points. And that's what the slope is. It's the difference between those 2 points. Okay? And we need to remember when we have an ordered pair, okay, it's always in this form, x, y. So x is always first, y is always second. So you got to find 2 data points. I've already found 2 data points and have already marked them. It's not always going to be that way. And we need 2 data points, right? We've determined we need 2 data points. So we need 1 data point. We need a second data point. Okay. So let's use these two data points. Now I need to call one of them point 1. Okay. And this is where the confusion usually comes in. It doesn't matter. We can call either one of them point 1, and as long as we're consistent once we begin, we're fine. So we can call either one of them point 1. So let's call this one here point 1. Okay. So I'm going to write that down right here. There's point 1. Right, it's in the form x, y. It's our point 1. Let's find our point 2. It's 2, 1. So I'm going to write down 2, 1. And now I'm just going to use the equation. Okay, and I always rewrite the equation. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay. Now I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm just going to put the subtraction in place. So what I need to do is I need to find the y1 value. Well, y1. So it's the y value for my first point. Okay, so it's a 4. Now I need the y2 value. Okay, well here's the column for the y, and here's the second point. So that's my y2 value. Okay. So now I need an x1 value. Okay. Oh, it's going fuzzy. Come on. So this is my x. Okay. This is the 1. So it's a 3. Come on, regain focus. See if I can put my hand under there if it'll focus back up. Okay. Now we need an x2 value. So here's my x2, right? Because that's my point 2. So I write down a 2 right there. Sorry, it's so messy, it's hard to do one-handed. So we just go 4 minus 1 is 3. And 3 minus 2 is a 1. 3 divided by 1 is a 3. Okay? So now you ask, well, what if I said, instead of this being my point 2, this was my point 1, and this was my point 2? Okay. So let's do that. What if you chose the other points? Okay, you said, this is now my point 1. So we go 2, 1, and 3, 4. So let's do the problem again to see what would happen. So now my y1 value, y1, is now 1. Okay? And my y2 value, y2, is a 4. And my x1 is now a 2. Okay? And my x2 is now a 4. Oh, sorry. Is a 2. No, is a 3. Wow, eventually you'll get it. Right? x2. So we go down here. 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. 2 minus 3 is a negative 1. What's negative 3 divided by negative 1? It's 3. So our slope is still a 3. So it doesn't matter which one we call point 1 and which one we call point 2. It also doesn't matter which points we use. As long as we use points in the line, we're going to get the same answer. So let's say we used this one and this point. We're still going to get the same answer. Okay? I hope that helps.